Hi guys, I hope you are with me just now. I just started my stream on this Champions of Regnum time. I'll put these lights on. I think that'll help my stream a little bit, and you'll be see me playing it all right. So I'm gonna hit play on that. This is last time it didn't load too well, so let's see if it loads better this time. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes I get this far and I'll have it loading the game, but it'll sort of quit at the last part and tell me that I'm not online yet. But let's see what happens this time. Can be interesting going in. Usually it's alright after you get the logo, the Nimble Giant logo. But it can be just a little bit, sticky getting into the game itself. Once you get this far, usually it's fine and will load as normal when I can get my live stream done. This is my character. We're now at level 35, which is actually, interestingly enough, it's only about 25 levels away from the absolute top tier, so we're halfway to level 40 basically, and more than halfway to a top level character. And then we can go back in again and start making other characters around that. So I've actually got an idea for that, but I'm not going to tell anyone what that is right now, but I've got an idea anyway. This is kind of where we died coming into the game the other day there, so luckily our wall wasn't captured this time, so we've got a few things to do here. We don't know what the rest of the block is supposed to be. One of the darker zones of the war zone. So it must be in the war zone, so we must have to go to the war zone somewhere. But where are the darker zones of the war zone? Is it like over there or something? Maybe it's over there. Maybe that's what it means by the darker zones. And maybe it also means here. I'm not sure. I suppose we can always go and check. Not being attacked here anyway. Oh, do we have a... Oh yeah, we don't have a mount at the moment, so we need to go and get a mount as well. Didn't even realise, so yeah, let's go to the closest town and get a mount. Which I think is Urka. We don't have any mounts. Hey! Don't know if Burka has a farrier though, that's the thing. It might not. If it doesn't, we're going to have to walk our way up to here. Up to Monsignor, that's what it is. I keep forgetting the name of that town. I'm going to check here first anyway, just to see what we can find. It takes much longer to walk than it does to ride. So I might actually get a week's supply of a mount this time, because it's a bit cheaper to take a week's supply than it is to take a daily supply. But you've got to, you got to be in the game each day to take advantage of it. Otherwise, you're as well just to take a day's supply of the horse. The problem with it is that when you come back to the game, You really need to be beside a farrier if you're just taking the daily one, otherwise you have to walk for ages like I'm doing here. So, is there a farrier here? I don't think there is actually. I have a feeling there isn't. It actually kind of is a bit of a pain in a way. No, I don't think there is. Circus door has been destroyed. That is actually where a hunter would be a good thing, because you can go invisible with a hunter. Which can actually be extremely handy for trying to get your quota up. Copper. Ooh, Ignis is invading Sirtis. Interesting. So I'm thinking of adding 2 characters to my game. Maybe a hunter. I'm not sure what to make the other one. I might make the other one a warrior. I might do a... not a knight, but a barbarian, maybe. And a hunter. Yeah. 2 male characters, that's all I'm going to say. Because this character does have brothers. So... there we go. So I need to speak to the farrier. Here we go. Do what we should have done in the first place, I suppose. Commerce. Let's take a week this time. Yeah, we need to do that. Right enough. And then buy. Now we've got our horse. So if you've got a horse for a week anyway, you might as well drag it into the tooltip bar. And it'll stay there for you. That'll save you having to change that every single day. So that's a nice thing of a weekly horse. You only have to put it in the toolbar once and it'll remember it the next time you log in. Obviously you can also buy a horse with Zimmering, which costs you actual real world money. Whether it be dollars or pounds or whatever it is your currency is, and you can transfer that to Zimmering and then buy different kinds of horses, or even a spider if you want to ride a spider about the World of Champions of Regnum. Lions as well I think are available, but you only really get the simple mounts if you take the freebie ones, but they work the same way really. So other than I mean, aesthetically, doesn't make much of a difference. There's no faster mount or whatever. There's no advantage to be had really by having a different type of mount, as far as I know. Other than maybe having it on your dock permanently. Every week you have to add in your horse again if you're not paying Zimmerin for the horse. Which is understandable really. The writers want you to spend money in the game. I've actually done that before. And it is worth it. I've just got too many. I just personally I'd rather buy other games with it at the moment. Which I'm doing for the channel anyway. Let's see if I can find these darker area rocks. Find the rocks with carbon for that task. Although being around here, I might get hunted by a Sartonian or an Ignis person. Never know if you're going to be safe or not out here. Now we're going to check in there, see if we can find what we're looking for. Might not be able to find anything out here, but you never know. We might. Not yet though. It's not left on yet. Down this way first. We'll check in here. This is a darker area of the war zone, so oh, what the hell? What? No, there was a hole. I may have to just die. Yep, I need to die. Die, and we'll go to the Regnum wall. But I don't remember this hole being here. It's extremely strange. Yeah, this is one of the bad parts. If you get stuck somewhere in this game, it takes like over a minute to die. So that's the one criticism I would have of this game. Why do you need to have so much time, especially when you're stuck somewhere on the geometry? Why do they have geometry like this anyway? Seems odd. And check out the tattoos as well on the face of the character. Tattoos. Let's see if I can pull that around again. There we go. That's us. 10 seconds left. That's us dead, so we're resurrecting. 7 seconds. Unfortunately, it's not seeming to let us choose where we're resurrecting. Yeah, altar. Only place we can. So it might not be there. But here we are up at Monsignor again. We'll go back to the war zone and see if we can find the other place that's a bit dark. Is down kind of at the sort of the bottom here. Might be there that we need to go to, this sort of graveyard place. Might be there, but I'm not sure. Not sure. Rocks with carbon, where are they? One of the darker zones of the war zone. Yeah. But I don't think there was any of these rocks with carbons up where we were looking anyway. So I think the next logical step is to try right down where we were trying already. Try and go to the Great Wall at the moment. It's a rock copper. Got to check these rocks in case it's just a rock that may have magnetite in it. What have we got for magnetites just now? 32. You need 500 of them, I think, in order to make an ingot. And then you need 10 ingots to make a magnetite weapon, so it takes a lot of game hours to get anywhere near even an ingot. So you can probably play the game for about 10 years and you still end up not close enough for a mag weapon. So yeah, we're going to go and see if we can go down to the bottom of the map now to here. To set our sights on that. If we find any rocks with carbon, we'll just interact with them straight away anyway. Better watch these guys. There's some actual ghosts we can fight. Yes, of course now there's one of the stronger dudes coming after me. That's why you get the fighting music, but that should stop soon enough. So down here, Cemetery Woods. Yeah, I think it is down here. I don't know if the rocks with carbons will be here or not. I'm about to find out. What's going on here? I saw that, yeah, we've got the zombies coming at us. Ghost and the zombies. Which are all coming out of the ground attacking us, so I think we'll get out of here. I don't see any rocks anyway, to be honest. They're all coming after us, look. Jeez, oh. Close to Chelberg Fort. Right, let's see if we're going in that decent direction. Not really. Need to be heading sort of towards the main wall-ish. So we can maybe grind a little bit up here. Maybe do that instead. bit disappointing, but what can you do? Right. Oh, come on. No, the gold boost is going up. The experience boost is going off for now anyway, so maybe head towards the main gates for now. We'll maybe ditch this and get a maybe ditch this and get ourselves a letter quest to do. Especially in that we've now got a horse as well. So I know that there's a notice board up at Burkhurst, so that's the closest one to go to at the moment anyway. So we need to go to this town up there. Yeah, the music keeps changing from one track to another, that's funny. So cancel this realm task for now. I know we've got one person, but we're really not strong enough to be doing our thing just yet. So it could take one of those to get a big lot of XP. That's almost a decent amount. But we need another, to level we need another, what? About 40,000, 50,000, sorry, 50,000 XP we need. So that's not a very good one from that point of view. So yeah, I forgot about that. Sometimes you can get like quests like that. You can get you know, you can get arachnid eggs for fire spider, but sometimes you get money for defeating certain animals, and then you can then hand in the bits of the animal for other even more XP. So that's good to keep that in mind. That's not a bad deal, but you want, you know. Not bad letter quest, to be honest. Not the best I've seen. Small coral snake. Good ice golem. Quite a lot of ice golem though. That is a decent 5,000 letter quest, so let's take that and see where the person is. If it's in the middle of nowhere, we can always cancel again, look for another one. Yeah, it's a bit ridiculously far. We can always just cancel that. See where this one is. Oh, Ignis is doing really well. Oh, that's like... it's quite far away as well. You want to be picking it up locally and taking it far rather than going far and then sort of taking it from there. Although I suppose you have to come back anyway. That's not too bad, Beastly Snow Wolf. Let's accept that and find out where they are, because I could get bits and pieces from that to swap in for points, and it's not that far away. So that's what grinding is all about. I'll get 18,000 for that, and then bits to trade that I can store in either my account storage or my character storage. So I'll just go there, start fighting those guys. And that'll help us level a little bit next time we log on as well, because we're already at like we're already kind of 26 minutes in anyway, so I won't be on for an awful lot longer here. Not a lot happening in the game right now. I think it's best to go through this pass just before we get to the blimp, so to speak. And when I get there, I also judge whether or not they're high enough level to worry about, because Beastly Snow Wolf might be too low a character, or too low a mob to battle with, because I might not get that far with it, but we'll see. It might be better to pick another mob is my point. Oh, it failed. But we'll see, because it might be higher leveled. Little tiny animal. Oh, that little tiny animal, what do you like? That's Lycan, you're too low leveled. But the Beastly Snow Wolf might not be, so we'll find out. This is us going down the corner to find out if it is or not. If it is, we might just forget about this animal and go and find something that's better to grind with. Something a bit higher level is always a better idea. That's a good sign that the Beastly Albino Bear is blue, so maybe the Beastly Snow Wolf will also be blue or yellow, maybe even if we're lucky. No, it's green. So no, you don't want to start off with something that's green. Something like the Albino Bear would be okay, but you're better with the yellow one. That's too low. Just kind of a waste of our time. So we need to change this mission for sure, because they're going to end up fighting with things that are not getting the XP, and there's not really a point to that. Which is probably why we'll ditch that. Need the notice board that's in here. It's a bit further down, but we'll go to it anyway. Cancel this one as well. That's half the battle. Picking something up where you're not going to waste time on something. Where is this beach spider? Because that's only 201, so that's a much smaller number, which is often a good sign. But it's less XP as well. Not a lot less. There's 100 less and you're getting not that. No, there we go. So where is this beach spider though? Just show a map not work anymore. Maybe you have to press M to get the map up. Just where is this big spider? That's a problem. I'm looking around the coast and I can't find it anywhere. It's really strange. That's this quest untaken yet. Well, let's try that again. Oh, that's to trade chip draw. That's why I can't find it. Cancel that. We need to get the actual. We need to find the killing the animal quest. Stalking ghost, that might be a promising one. So, 368 stalking ghosts. Where are they? Usually, I'll to show you the map. That's not working. That's kind of weird that it's not showing you that, but there's a lot of ghosts out in the war zone that it might be. Can't really remember, so just check. It's quite a high level dude. If those are the yellow ones that I think they are though, that's a good one to take. Right, stuff at this kind of level would be no use. It might also be too high a mob to take, but it doesn't usually give you mobs that are too high. Not usually anyway. And I only think these ghosts are out in the war zone, I could be wrong. This could be a wild goose chase. Very easily. I don't think it is. I think I know what mob it is. If not, I'll just have to cancel and go up to Burka. So it's not really any harm done in a way. It might be why it's not showing up in the map, because it's out in the war zone. It's only telling me what's available on this zone here. So it might be that. Changed it up. Not really changed it up. What I'm trying to find out is if these ghosts that you run past around here are the ghosts that we need or not. That's Ghost of Eternity. supposed to slaughter, it's not. So we don't know what ghosts they are. Guardian Ghost, Ghost of Eternity. But we don't really know where this ghost is, so we just changed that. Stalking Ghost, we don't know where the heck that is. Where's the Stalking Ghost? We don't know. Wow, I think this will get quite a lot of stuff going on there. Okay. I wonder if I bring the map up first and then click show in map. No, it doesn't do anything. Not a thing. So luckily the notice board is on the front of this town. Cancel that for now. Okay, large stone golem. I actually know where these coral snakes are. That's around Ignis. But if I go for the small coral snakes, I might end up getting killed for that. I'm almost tempted to try it anyway. Yeah, let's go to Ignis. Ignis land. It's a bit of an adventure anyway. Plus 20,000 XP. Probably end up getting leathered, but here goes. There's a lot of bigness online just now as well. That's why there's so many forks taken up with them just now, as it was anyway. Not now, right enough. Oh, there, I've actually see where that is actually. Those close to Milaketi. So I'd have to. I think that's Great Wall. I'd have to. I think I'd have to invade Ignis to get to Milaketi, so I'm not doing that. I didn't know the coral snakes were there. So at least it's starting to show us where to go in the map, so that's something. Now you can cancel with confidence. So now that knife should have left. So Melachete that was there. Yep. Good, it's disappeared. That's a good letter quest, right enough. Depending if it's close or not. That's a bit of a risk, actually. Don't think that's worth it for the risk, to be honest. Just cancel that. We know where Goblin Dropper is. If it's close, then that might be worth it. If it's from here to... It's actually not bad. Go and do that and then get another quest from up there. So we'll go and grab that later actually and go to back to Monsignor. That's not the worst. No, we'll maybe end at Monsignor for the night. Then we'll at least have some XP to show for tonight's work. So every little helps towards level 36. Where's the character with the letter? Probably the other side of this. One of those guys that's not. Where is it? Weird. Oh, there's the character there. With the letter, so we just grab that. So up to Goblin Dropper to Monsignor. That is probably where we'll finish off tonight actually, once we've delivered the letter and we've put our character beside the little quest bulletin board and Monsignor. I think I know where Goblin Dropper is anyway, so it's a good one to take. Oh, there's some treasure, but if you see that sort of thing, take the treasure straight away. There we go, we get 2,000 gold pieces for that. Always a good idea to pick those up. Because we've only got enough for one horse left after this horse is gone. So it's usually pretty good to have that backup. I have been given some gold by some people, some kind people in Champions of Regnum. Which happens sometimes, they'll just transfer you gold. Which is really helpful. You don't always need gold though, I don't think. Once you're into the game and you've got all sorts of things going, you won't always need the gold that you've got lying about, so it's always a good idea to give it to a new character if you can, or a new person who's getting into the game. I'm actually absolutely shocked that this thing's still online. I mean, there's so many games that have come and gone since this game has been online that don't have access to the online worlds any longer. And this is still kicking. It's quite remarkable how long it's lasted for. It's been decades. don't know how it's lasted, to be honest, how it's managed. It. So here we go. Goblet droppers around here, I think, if I remember rightly. Here's the dude here, so I'd give him the letter. Now you get a bit more XP. We'll go around to the notice board, and that's where we'll end tonight's session, I think. Not been a lot of action tonight, but that's okay. It's not always blowing your hair back kind of experience. So thanks for being with us tonight, and I will see you on the next one. Remember to like and subscribe if you want more of this crazy content.